If you are black and a foreigner in South Africa, it seems you become the public enemy number one of the beautiful country in the Southern Africa. So we are saying this because there are rumors that a man died in the hands of the South African police force when they were suspecting him of being a drug dealer. To the best of my knowledge, this incident also happened in Kempton Park, where police officers killed a man suspecting him to be a drug dealer.
You understand happened because police are saying that somebody just collapsed and died, but you were here. What happened?
Yeah, the one who died is my brother, not his same mother. Yesterday was together in club. So when yesterday we were together, he said, I'm going back home. He left me by the club. When he get here home, me I was there. I walked from Mabonenge to come this side. I saw the police outside, from this side until the corner there. They are sitting there, but he didn't want to get inside. After the power is going off around the 2 or after 2, something like that. So the power is going off. Those people come out because when I saw the police, I just shocked. I stand there. Why today in my flat is a lot of police? After then, me I didn't know what is going on inside. So my brother, when he come from, because the first one to come inside, he was coming here after power to going off. Those police come out by the car, he get in. After then, he get the security. Did they ask them about search warrant, something like that? He did hit also the security. He didn't want to hear anything from the security. He go inside. After to go inside, my brother was on the step, his walk. So he arrest him on the step. After to arrest him, he tell him, where's your room? He took them until by the rooms. After then, they are searching there. He didn't get nothing. He did ask him, you got another room? He said, no. You're going to show the stuff. You have the drugs? He said, no. After then, he did take the plastic, he break the plastic. He put him and he put the spray. After then, he tied him. We must show where's the drugs. But him, he was in with the drugs. He hit him all over. So was he crying? And after then, by his place, he took the manuals. After then, the people, when I was here, it's going like around now the 4 series ambulance is coming here. Was like around the 6 or 5 ambulance come. Ambulance didn't took even wrong. He just go inside and he come outside. So me I think the ambulance why didn't take long. And the people is coming outside, he tell me sorry about your brother. So that's all I know.
So are you alleging that the police killed your brother? Is that what you're saying?
I got 100%. I got 100% because he was starting to go inside around 2:30 or 3. He hit him. Everyone on the building. If he was crying. Everyone was here. You are killing me, guys, but he didn't want to understand. The only things he did want to show them were the drugs. He didn't find the drugs. He took the man and killed someone by the floor. Him, we got to easy place. Why he left him by the floor? He left him by the floor here on the steps. He's sleeping there. He don't have t-shirt, he don't have boxer, and he doesn't stay 2 floors, he stays the 1 floor. Why did he took him from here to left him there? Which means he did start to hit him from by his house to go the place. I don't know which place he was took him because he was in another room.
All right, me I stay at the 2nd floor, so that's where everything happened. Ne? So the guy stays at the 1st floor. So around 2 o'clock there was a lot of noises happening around the building. So we thought that it was people who were drunk coming from a pub or something. And then when there was noise and there was no electricity, and then people were fighting with the cops outside at around that time. So when my daughter came out to go to school at around 7:15 in the morning, she came back running, crying. She's like, Ma, next to our doorstep, there's a dead person. So me and the father went to check, and then we found out there's a dead person. So when we heard from other people that stay here, because we all stay here, they were accusing him of selling drugs. They didn't find any drugs. They only found money. They took the money, they pepper sprayed him, and then put a plastic over his face. So on my side, I won't say I'm scared because I'm South African, and I would like to stand up for our sisters and the brothers, because what I feel like has happened today is police brutality, and it's also racial. That's all I can say.
I just want to say that we are being treated unfairly here in South Africa because the police have been here the whole day. They've been harassing us, they've been arresting people, they've been beating people, they've been putting guns everywhere. If you see, like, there was our kids, they are traumatized, you understand, and we are not safe at all. We came here, we are trying to make a living. Imagine them. As for me, I saw this guy with the police. They were having him around 2:00. This guy was being beaten. He was crying. I'm saying first floor. We saw this guy. They were carrying him. He was crying all for hours, and no one could help him because us, we are scared of the police. So. And now we are seeing on other news that they are saying that this guy, he was found dead and he has been abusing drugs. So us at the Pamana House, we want justice for this guy. Not only for this guy, but we want justice for all the foreigners because it's so unfair. Like, why are they beating us now? They are going in our houses, they are beating us for them, shooting us our windows, shooting our kids. Like, we are traumatized right now. So I feel like it's not fair for us, honestly, and they should not lie. The police should not lie. They killed the guy. They killed the guy. We saw them. They killed the guy. So they should not lie.
He didn't die with the drugs because the time that they were beating him, I walked to go to second floor and there was no electricity. It was load shedding. When we go to second floor, they were having torches, this police. When they saw us coming, they switch off the torch. When we leave, they open the torches. So they didn't want even us to go near them because they were beating him, because they was beating him next to my flat, at the room that I stay, and he was crying very hard and very loud, and he was crying like mom until he died. So may I believe that this police, they killed a person.
They still blood and they still feces. If he had swallowed drugs, they need to bring us the evidence. Isn't it? They are going to take him to the mortuary and everything. We demand justice for this guy. If he swallowed drugs, they must bring the results for post-mortem because we need them here.
There was a police officer that they were beating him, right? After they know now it's around 6 a.m. Everybody's awake now. They can see what is happening. One of the police went to change the cloth and wear the formal cloth, and he removed the uniform. So now he's acting like he's a CID, but he was not CID. He was the one that was beating him because I was seeing them beating him.
Out of all the studies that we do in our school system, history has been proved to be best qualified to reward our research. For if we know what happened yesterday in terms of police brutality, we can intelligently discuss today about police brutality. Alright, so how did we find ourselves having a police force? So the South African Police Service traces its origin to the Dutch Watch, a paramilitary organization formed by settlers in the Cape Province in 1655 to protect civilians and to maintain law and order. In 1795, the British officials assumed control over the Dutch Watch and in 1825 established the Cape Constabulary, which later became the Cape Town Police Force in 1840. In 1854, a police force was established in Durban, which would become the Durbanborough Police. Then in 1935, the Durban City Police. Act 3 of 1855 established the Frontier Armed and Mounted Police Force in the Eastern Cape, restyled as the Cape Mounted Riflemen in 1878. The South African Police was created after the establishment of the Union of South Africa in 1913. 4 years later, the Mounted Riflemen's Association relinquished its civilian responsibilities to the SAP as most of its riflemen left to serve in the First World War. Right, so with this history, the idea of having a police force came as a protection of white settlers of the Northern Cape from the indigenous people and also to maintain law and order. I really don't know who was out of order here between he who came and robbed the land of these indigenous people, murdered them, raped their women, plundered their economy, and as business and warfare goes hand in hand, they established the police force to protect their businesses and ultimately also to keep them in power. These settlers, history will bear me witness that they came into existence here in Africa through our blood, and to keep them in power, it has also to be through our blood. Ask yourself why politicians and celebrities walk on the red carpet. it will always be through the shedding of our blood that will keep white supremacy in power. It has never changed, even though the faces have changed, that now we see the oppressor in the color as ours, but the system is still the same. Maybe until when the registration number will change from B to something else. Police forces in Africa were established to brutalize black people in Africa.